Okay, we're going to try to finish the rest of the story without being interrupted. I apologize to all you listeners out there. Then he gave me a hug and told an elf to cut a bell from a reindeer's harness. The elf tossed it up to Santa. He stood high holding the bell above him and called out, "The first gift of Christmas." A clock struck midnight as the elves roared their approval. Santa handed the bell to me and I put it in my bathrobe pocket. The conductor helped me down from the sleigh. Santa shouted out the reindeer's name and cracked his whip. His team charged forward and climbed into the air. Santa circled above us once, then disappeared into the cold, dark air. As soon as we were back inside the Polar Express, the other children asked to see the bell. I reached into my pocket, but the only thing I felt was a hole. I had lost the silver bell from Santa Claus' sleigh. "Let's hurry outside and look for it," one of the children said. But the train suddenly lurched and started moving. We were on our way home. It broke my heart to lose the bell. When the train reached my house, I sadly left the other children. I stood at my doorway and waved goodbye. The conductor said something from the moving train. I couldn't hear him. "What?" I yelled. He cupped his hands around his mouth. "Merry Christmas," he shouted. The Polar Express let out a loud blast from its whistle and sped away. On Christmas morning, my little sister Sarah and I opened our presents. When it looked as if everything had been unwrapped, Sarah found one last small box behind the tree. It had my name on it. Inside was a silver bell. There was a note. "Found this on the seat of my sleigh. Fix that hole in your pocket. Signed, Mr. C." I shook the bell. It made the most beautiful sound my sister and I had ever heard. But my mother said, "Oh, that's too bad." "Yes," said my father. "It's broken." When I had shaken the bell, my parents had not heard a sound. At one time, most of my friends could hear the bell, but as the years passed, it fell silent for all of them. Even Sarah found out one Christmas that she could no longer hear its sweet sound. Though I've grown old, the bell still rings for me, as it does for all who truly believe. And that is the Polar Express. This was read for nonprofit, not making any money. As y'all know, for some reason we don't make money off the show. I think it's pretty awesome. It was written and illustrated, again, by Chris Van Allsburg. I hope that you guys stayed with me throughout the reading. I promised to actually get through the whole reading of How the Grinch Stole Christmas tonight, per request from Gladys. We just had a few interruptions because people don't like to listen when we tell them things. So I hope that you guys have a Merry Christmas, and join us back here at midnight for the reading of How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I'm Kayla for the Army of Snarkness. Have a good night.